cars too. We're getting ready for a start here in the Ginetta Juniors at Oulton Park Island Circuit. We've got Bidzster on pole from Neil, and we are off. We are minus Jamo this time, but never mind, it's still 9 cars on track, so plenty of action. Down towards the first corner then. Bidzster leads into the first corner. Blakeney is close to James Deluxe, and also Callum in there as well. We've got Cyrex off the road. Got to be careful where he's rejoining. Close stuff. Bidzster and Neil at the front then. Team Red side by side for 3rd place. Cyrex on the inside of James Deluxe as they go around Cascades down towards the island hairpin now. Bidzster flashes lights in the lead for some reason, I don't know why, but he is down towards the hairpin then. Cyrex in 3rd, James Deluxe in 4th, everyone breaking for the hairpin, being very clean so far. Meanwhile, TY at the back with RZR Blade, that looks like a decent battle as well as the side-by-side coming out the corners. TY gets Keith as well, so Keith and RZR Blade go slightly backwards there. As we look now at the cars coming down towards the Knickerbrook chicane, all line astern, Team Yellow and Team Red very close together. As we go through in the Knickerbrook, everyone nice and cleanly through there. Oh, we've got a car off, it's Blakeney. Blakeney's gone off, decided to take the old-fashioned circuit, and so does RZR as well. So just getting the power on too early in the rear-wheel drive, Ginetta Junior. Same with RZR Blade, just a bit too eager on the power and went round, or probably just hogging the curve a bit too much. But no major harm done. They're still on the back of the train, still with a chance to catch up as they go through Druids down the bottom of the hill. Bidzster with a nice lead then, a 1 second lead already over Neil Farmack. Neil Farmack with a 1 second lead over Cyrex, and everyone else a bit more spread out now. But remember, this is only the first lap, things could tighten up as the race goes on. All it takes is one little error and we've got a decent battle on his hands. As we look at TY making a comeback from near the back of the grid, he's up to 6th place already after starting at the back of the grid. It's not the car not acting the way that he wants it to. He's tried changing his controller settings slightly, and I don't think it's paying off, because the car looks a bit left right to me. It looks a bit like it's darting about. As you go into Cascades, he goes, actually it's quite smooth into there, it's not too bad into that corner. It must be just the slower corners he's having trouble with. As they go down towards the island hairpin then, let's have a look at Cyrex. There he is in 3rd place, Team Red. So Team Red doing well in the total point standing so far. To say they've only been a team for, well, they've been a team for 1 round less than everyone else, because they're a bit of a late team coming into it, but still with some decent points. And it looks like if they have these decent finishes up here, then they might be able to claw their way up the team leaderboard. So that's one thing to watch out for. As we go through the Knickerbrook chicane, let's have a look further back. There's Keith, Bidzster's teammate. Bidzster in the lead, his teammate 7th there. Keith not doing too bad in this one. Blakeney and RZR at the back, still having a bit of trouble as RZR Blade goes through the chicane. Nice and steady through there. Good lines shown there from RZR Blade as he goes out of there and up Hayward Hill, up to Druids. As Keith is already at Druids, and TY looks like he's catching Callum. So Callum being caught by TY as TY goes on the grass. It's sideways, and he's almost in the wall. What a recovery! But that was a bit of left right steering. Even on a joystick that would be hard to control. But well done to TY there. Good car control. But unfortunately down to 8th place now. One mistake and you lose a couple of positions. That's how this Ginetta Junior works. It's very hard to gain time in this car, but it's very easy to lose it. As we go towards Old Hall now into the first corner, as we watch TY go through. His target now is Blakeney ahead of him as both cars go slightly to the right out of the corner, probably just slightly oversteering the cars there. As we look at James Deluxe now, I think James Deluxe is slowly catching Cyrex, but also Cyrex is slowly catching Neil Farmack as we go into the hairpin. So Bidzster is still a 2nd lead. Same gap to Neil, but you can see Cyrex is visually closer to the back of Neil Farmack. And all it takes is one little error and they'll be right on the back of him. As Bidzster goes into the Knickerbrook chicane, very nice and neat through there. Everyone really nice and neat with the line through here. I don't expect the same to be in the Clio and the touring car race, because the touring car and the Clio are a bit more darty than the Ginetta. The Ginetta, a nice smooth car to drive. Very good for when you're in a battle with someone. And speaking of battles, here's Blakeney and TY. coming up Clay Hill, up towards Druids. Up the hill we go, up towards Druids, through the little kink at Water Tower, into Druids. Long sweeping double apex, right hand corner. Fourth gear. Nicely done there by them two. TY having a little look to the right just to try and make Blakeney look in his mirrors a little bit. Down towards the next corner. Keith with a tiny little lock up there, but no harm done. Into Lodge corner, out of Lodge corner. TY and Blakeney both get decent runs through there, so no way to sort of make a move as of yet. Meanwhile, Cyrex is dropped back off Neil slightly there. You can see Neil's pulled away slightly, so Cyrex must have made a slight little error, and James Deluxe just fell off the back of Cyrex as well, so looks like Team Red just making a few tiny little errors there, but nothing too major so far. All it takes is a mistake from one of the leaders and they'll be back into a battle again. As we look now at Blakeney with TY behind him, going through Cascades. Ooh, running a bit wide there though, running a bit wide, he's going to be on the grass. Ooh, close stuff as TY goes to the outside. Blakeney's still on the inside to defend the corner, or is TY ahead? TY's already ahead by the time they get to the corner, but he's into the corner, he locks up slightly, Blakeney gives him a little tap and then, haha, goes through. So, TY locks up a bit, Blakeney almost took him off, but luckily managed to get into the corner just a bit, so there was only minor contact, not major contact. So, Blakeney up into 7th place, then TY back down to 8th, the miserable race for TY continues. As we look at Arzadar Blade at the back, there he is. He's closed onto the back of these now, so all it takes is one change of fortune for someone to be someone else's good fortune. So it doesn't take much. As there is Keith to the Team Blue car, there he is in 6th place, Callum in 5th on his own there, James Deluxe, and there you see the top 4 there. Not very close together, again a bit more spread out in this race, but that's the way that motorsport works out sometimes. Sometimes there's loads of battles and sometimes it's all about trying to go as fast as you can around the circuit without making any mistakes and just keeping the gap to itself. But all it takes is one little mistake for that time to change. So if you look at the lap times then, top left hand corner, lap times, and the white times in the middle, 1:43.84 Bidzster last time round, 1:43.4 for Neil. So Neil slightly quicker that lap, and also Bidzster made a little mistake there as we're looking at the lap times out of Old Hall corner. Went right up over the curb, and now look, Neil Farmack right behind him as they come down towards the island chicane now. The island hairpin. As we go up to the island hairpin then, on the brakes, into the corner. As Bidzster and Neil nicely through there, out of the corner. Neil still on the back of Bidzster now. One mistake is all it takes to change the race. As TY now is back, right behind Blakeney now, so he's pressuring Blakeney again for that position. Into the braking zone, they're catching Keith as well, so Keith is under attack from Blakeney and TY as well. If he's not too careful, he needs to get a bit more pace out of the car. As Blakeney now comes out the corner, TY looking left, looking right, moves to the right hand side. Will Blakeney be able to defend in time? No, TY is alongside. As they go down towards the Knickerbrook chicane then, side by side, who's going to be the latest on the brakes? It's going to be Blakeney. Blakeney's the latest on the brakes and keeps the position. Good driving there by Blakeney to keep the position, well judged on the brakes. Into the chicane, will TY go for one of those runs out? Yes he does. He gets a decent run out into the draft, not that there's much of it in the Ginetta because it only does about 100 mile an hour top speed, but still it's enough. As they go up the hill, up towards Druids, not really a corner that you can pass at, but Blakeney defends the inside anyway, just to make sure TY's not going to sneak the car up the inside. Meanwhile, Bidzster's got a 1 second lead now over Neil again, so Neil must have made an error himself to get that time, for Bidzster to get that time back. As now Blakeney is catching up to Keith as well, so Keith making a few mistakes as well. There's a bit of a lock up there and Blakeney's right behind him. Will he go for a move down towards Old Hall, down towards the first corner? Will he have enough of a run? Will Keith defend? Keith moves to the right slightly, but it's not enough. As Blakeney comes alongside up the inside, will he have a dive into the first corner? Oh, it's going to be close. TY's there waiting on the outside as well to pick up any spoils, and he gets pushed onto the curb. No way through there. Keith retains position for now, but will it just be a matter of time, or will he be able to hold on? That's 6 of 8 through Cascades. The leaders still about half a second apart, so the leaders are still quite close as well, but we'll still keep an eye out. We'll still keep watching this battle at the minute. The best one on the track. As we go down towards the island hairpin, TY has a little sniff. No way through there. Blakeney just keeps the middle of the road covered. TY's going up the inside. Blakeney runs wide. Blakeney runs wide. TY goes straight up the inside. Thank you very much. all it took was just stick the nose up the inside. Blatney was like, oh, okay, he's going to stick your nose up, and then runs a bit wide himself, and then TY has the door open to seize the position. So 7th place for TY. Will it be 6th? Will Keith be able to hold on? Will he be able to keep TY back as Blatney makes a mistake? Blatney's made a mistake, he's gone off, he's done that mistake that he did earlier in the race. Too much power too early, and goes off. So that's Blatney out of that battle now. Now it's down to Keith and TY. Can Keith keep 6th place, or will TY be able to get through? They're going up towards Druids. Keith slightly defends into the corner. TY goes wide. Now he's going to try and cut back to the inside for a good run out. There he goes. But again, Keith doing very well through there. Good line through there to keep hold of that position. So you can see actually he's pulled out some time there, which is really good. So Keith showing TY that he's not a pushover. If you want the position, you have to fight for it. But here we go. He gets a bit of a bad run out of the corner. TY gets a good one over the curb. But again, it's not that much of a bad run as you go across the line to start lap 7, the penultimate lap of the race now. Will TY ever go into Old Hall, or will he wait? He's going to wait. Keith goes into the corner. Nice lines through there. TY's right behind him, practically pushing him through the corner now. Lights on. Game on. As we go into Cascades. Just a slight defensive line there from Keith, just to make sure he's not going to try it around the outside. And now he's going to have to go to the right hand side of the track to defend the inside for the hairpin. So TY staying right behind Keith now. Keith is going to have to keep that defensive line. Yeah, he does. TY goes to the outside. Late on the brakes. He's going to try and go around the outside of him. Brave stuff. He's going to run wide. Will Keith be able to get a good run? Contact out the corner. That was definite going to happen, because both cars were just on the same trajectory going towards each other. And then they hit each other, but still no harm done there. Rubbing his racing, Keith retains the position. So TY tried to go on the outside, and Keith said, no you don't, sunshine. And then shuts the door. Keith got a bit of a bad line through there. Keith's run wide, but he's now got the inside line for up the hill. But TY will go for the switchback, up over the curb, get on the right hand side up the hill. You've got to be very brave to go side by side up this hill, I'll tell you that. As they go up the hill now, TY and Keith still together. Still the best battle on track at the moment. Into Druids. Round Druids we go. TY goes for that better line. Now he's made a mistake. TY's lost it. TY's lost it. There he goes off on the left hand side of your screen. Blatney's coming through. Just caught the curb a bit and then went round. Just lost the back end a bit, and now he's got to do it all over again. So unlucky there for TY. Meanwhile, nearer the front, Cyrex and Neil Farmack are very close together now. Neil must have made a mistake because Bidzster's 2 seconds up the road and Cyrex is right on him. So Neil's made a few mistakes there. So as they come up towards the hairpin now, last lap of the race. Last chance for Cyrex to try and get another position. Neil Farmack brakes very, very late. He's just about gets the car stopped into there. I thought he was running wide with that, but no, he's okay. As we go up the hill, Bidzster's still in the lead then. Neil second, Cyrex wanting to be second. As we go up the hill and down the other side towards Knickerbrook. Crash the box all the way down to second gear. Don't hit that sausage curb on the inside, and you can use this one, but just be careful on the power. And then round this one, little feather of the throttle, and then flat up the hill, up Clay Hill, up towards Druids for the last time. Towards Druids then. Cyrex has got to try and get a good run through here for Lodge. He's got to get a good run and set himself up for the last corner. But Neil's doing just that as well. He's going all out as well, not leaving any gap. As we come down towards the last corner, last chance for Cyrex. Will he go for the dive, or will he be content with 3rd place? Onto the brakes then, into Lodge corner. Bidzster looks like he's got this in the bag. As we go out of Lodge corner, they both get good runs. But it's going to be Bidzster who wins the race. There he is, Bidzster in the blue Ginetta wins the race. Neil second. Cyrex finishes in 3rd position. Good job by them. James Deluxe for Team Red. He's going to come through in 4th, so it's the 3rd, 4th for Team Red. So good team points there for Team Red. Well done to James Deluxe. Callum's going to come through in 5th place. Good job there by Callum to finish in 5th place. Meanwhile, the camera's just reset itself, so I do apologise. I'll try and get that back if I can. There it is. Keith is going to come across the line and finish in a good 6th place. Well earned, well defended in 6th place. Well done to Keith. Blatney finishes in 7th position. And TY's gone off again. Arzadal Blades got him on the last lap as well. Oh no, TY makes another mistake. We didn't see that one, so we'll get a quick replay on it. Here's a replay of what happened to TY. So goes into the chicane and then he just goes too hot into the left-hand bit. Tries to catch the slide, ends up going straight on. Can't correct the slide enough. Into the gravel, which really slows him down. And then rejoins, and then Azadar Blade goes, thank you. And I'll take 8th place. But as we come back from that, Azadar finishes 8th. TY there finishes in 9th position. And we'll just get those results for you now. Okay guys, let's take you through that result then. So Bidzster was the winner in that one from 1.5 seconds from Neil Farmack in 2nd place. Cyrex was 3rd for Team Red, followed by his teammate James Deluxe in 4th place. Callum finished in 5th. Keith was 6th. Blakeney finished in 7th place. Azadar Blade was 8th, and then TY, for that mistake on the last lap, finishes in 9th. But yeah, there's your winner, Bidzster, and we'll see you guys for race 2 in the Clios. Take care.